Okay, this video is just a bunch of heel flips mostly and some random tricks for the last like couple of weeks of skating. I've been going like on and off of focusing on heel flips. I had like a little bit of front shove it, focus again, and I got bored of that. It's like front shove it out of the garage are annoying because like a couple of months ago I had this pretty on lock and I even got my first front shove it off and up the curb and up, down like a small manual pad ledge as well. But I was not able to repeat that. Like the confidence just disappeared and the like shove it technique. I also able to front shove it into the garage, but that's gone as well. My shove it technique is deteriorated. My front shove it technique is, at least. My pop shove it is still pretty good. Yeah, after like 10 tries or so, I can usually figure out how to shove it down this tiny bump thing again out of the garage. But it's like it'll definitely require like a proper full session to get consistent and to like rediscover the technique, and then I have to keep that up. It's annoying. The same applies to heel flips out of the garage. Yeah, it's like as soon as I have to do the trick down anything, my weight distribution just goes completely off the cliff. There's like no consistency. It's hard. Committing to tricks is so hard. It's so hard to just make yourself do the same thing you always do and just imagine that it's flat ground. Because realistically, if you do that, you'll land it most of the time. It's annoying. Here I was doing front shove it, in, then nollie shove it to manual. I landed that accidentally once before I started filming from this angle. So I was trying to recreate it, but like it was just a fluke. But I feel like the nollie back shove to nose manual like that is definitely a doable trick. I need to learn how to pop my nollie shoves. It's just the like front shove that's basically a back shove is tricky to get myself to jump over the board properly because I haven't really figured that out properly yet. I kind of just like it's really weird when I do them. The front shoves. The back shoves are easy, like they're like you just press the button and it happens basically. So I feel like I could figure out how to pop that pretty easily if I took like a few days. It's not super high on my priority list. But it does feel easier to do that up or off of stuff than a regular front shove. Because there's less distance you have to clear, I guess. Yeah, this was a session where I wanted to land 10 moving heel flips because I'd just been doing them stationary for a few days. And my moving ones just sort of disappeared. And it took 45 minutes, which was outrageous and depressing. So then I got like sort of disheartened from that. Yeah, I like there's two kind of techniques to the heel flip I can do. One is where I kind of do an ollie. Like I focus really hard on the popping and the jumping, but the flick gets very inconsistent. The weight placement gets very inconsistent, so it often lies behind me, or I just don't flick it fast enough. And then after this, I figure out the sort of fast, low flick, which you can kind of make higher, and they're kind of a little rocketed, but they're really consistent. This one here that I've slow mode is the Friar, the former. Fakey shoves, I can't do them going very fast. Fakey heel flips, I can't do going very fast, but they're pretty consistent as well. Here I'm trying to figure out kick flips, because I can only heel flip, I don't know how to kick flip. Well, I know how, but I can't do them. The flick is still the main problem for me. I'm just starting to figure out how to flick it. And because I've already learned heel flips, I feel like the weight distribution and staying over the board shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Because like that one there is like a lot of the way there already. just I have to get different muscle memory, because you can see how I really kick out like a heel flip. So initially when I was trying kick flips, I would literally I would be in kick flip position and be visualizing kicking the kick flip direction, and I would pop, and then I would do a heel flip and land it. That's like the degree to the muscle memory isn't there. Here I'm trying to do like backside heel flips or something. Half guard heel stationary. Those are me trying to do ollie norths, but I can't. But that was a switch. I'm trying to figure out ollie norths as well, but I just can't. I can't get the like separation between my front foot and the board. The only time I feel like I can do them is when I do a heel flip and miss my flick, or do like a nothing pop and miss the flick. That's the only time I could feel like I can do ollie north, and also like ollie body varials. So I need a harness like technique or something. Fakey heel flips are strange. It's mostly just a weight distribution thing, because they're a lot easier than normal heel flips. Here I got sick of doing heel flips, so I started doing some like caveman tricks, I guess is what you call this. To me, like the pop-up is the more emphasized thing than the caveman itself, but I guess in caveman variations. So there's like the like shove it caveman, the fingerfoot caveman, and then there's like the tiger claw is what one pullers call it, but it's like a 360 front shove it caveman kind of. They're quite fun. I want to try and do them in the street. It's very hard to do it on an obstacle, because you have to not only pop the board so it lands in your hand, but also you then have to. But then you also have to land where your foot lands and only do one step, which is really hard. Just doing one step after popping up the board and cavemaning is okay on flat ground, but on an obstacle, like let's say you pop the board edge and then you land on like a rock or a curb or something, and then you jump off into caveman. I mean, I guess it's just practice of muscle memory at the end of the day. It's getting used to doing it. Here I was trying nollie shove it into the garage over the little bump, because I just YOLO'd it one time and it felt very doable, so I just zoomed as fast as I could, and I didn't die any tried, so it felt good. Because I can't pop them, so it's a bit scuffed, but so it's basically just timing based. Landing's a little scuffed, but it's a right away. It was very satisfying landing. I was thinking of the something, I don't know what. And then I wanted to do the body varial. The bump, which is super satisfying. I think I've done that before, yeah, but the last time I tried it was too scary. I think that's the best like POV heel flip I've found. Some more kickflip attempts. Getting better at actually making the board rotate. Like a week ago, I couldn't even get the board to flip at all, no matter what I tried. So even though it's nowhere close to an actual kickflip, it's progress for me. That was a varial heel attempt. Here's some just random tricks. My backside always suck. My power slides are getting better, but I don't do them at speed because I'm too scared. Speed good. These are some more random heel flips, I think. I don't even remember this session. Oh no, I do. I did like two or three heal ups, so I was like, okay, fuck this. Let's see how the tricks and stuff. It's on one of my days off. That was a good feeling, fakey big spin, but it didn't really good. This is attempts of front side fakey 360 ollies, which I can do sometimes if I'm like warmed up and feeling jumpy. But I have this issue where my nose just goes straight to the ground and stalls me completely a little bit. Fakey shoves. Well, I'm also trying to learn fakey front big spins, but it's tricky to do the full fakey front side rotation and commit to that. So it's cool. I'm not used to doing fast. I landed a couple of rolls. I feel like I could land like varial finger flip cavemen's easily. It's just the primo potential is so unpleasant. Here I'm trying like primo body varial back to land on the board. I've done it a couple of times, I think, but it's scary. What is that, truck stand? I don't know what this is called when you just spin on the tail, but I like doing that. It's fun. When I first skated when I was a kid, after playing Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, it was the only Tony Hawk's game I played. I think I had most interest in freestyle tricks because they were just like the most like interesting looking to me. So when I was a kid, the only tricks I learned were ollie and like rail stand and like pogo. I remember doing pogos when I was like 12, 11 years old, and then I stopped skating. I don't even remember doing moving ollies or ollies up or down or anything. I just learned stationary ollie and was like, yep, trick done. I'm not trying particularly hard with my kickflip learning. I'm just doing like a few tries a day. Because I don't want to get frustrated and I don't want to burn out. So I slowly develop the technique bit by bit before I really commit to trying to learn it. This is where I sort of start to figure out that low, fast, flicky heel flip again. I figured it out like a few times, but right now it's really consistent. Like I went from 45 minutes to land 10 moving heel flips to 10 minutes to land 10 moving heel flips in like a week. So it's pretty cool. This is a 10 heel flip session, I believe. The only issue is when if I go too slow sometimes. I think here I get 2 in a row. The heel flip to fakey heel flip always feels nice. Even if sometimes the fakey heel flips, I just lose all momentum and end up pivoting around. So I lose my balance as well. But the main issue with this technique is it feels really hard to do over anything because it doesn't feel like an ollie. Because I'm kind of flicking instantly and not letting the board get much off the ground. And also, it's a bit rocketed, so it's not as pretty. Fakey ones are never rocketed, but that's just fakey is cheating basically. Here I'd got 3 in a row, which was nice. It is satisfying how quick and easy this got though. Mostly just not jumping very high, just jumping a little bit and immediately flicking, and then hovering my shoulders and keeping my shoulders really stationary. Because I find if I bend down to do like a big hopped jumpy heel flip, I just lean forwards automatically, as part of crouching down. I'm not very good at the like sit down on a chair kind of squat. I suck at this. So when I properly squat, I kind of lean forwards. So it makes the more I squat, the harder it is to land back on the heel flips for me. But I have landed some nice big top ones when I really get the shoulders locked in. When I was doing heel flips over I landed like a couple of heel flips over 2 cones where I like just next to each other. Where I like just like tapped the top of the cones off or like fell off after landing. And the way I did those was I basically like hovering on the back tail end of my board basically and just really letting the board rocket almost and be fully in front of me before catching it. So I have like as much vision of what's going on as possible. But I don't think that's the way. I don't know. I should try fake heel flips going a little faster as well. Just to get used to. This session was today. I wanted to try and heel flip out the garage, which I've done like 3 or 4 different times. Different days in the past. But right now it's not on the list of things I can do. It's like half. I landed like 2 and I was like, okay, good enough, let's go. But then the balance and the technique just goes into the toilet immediately. Part of it is that you have to time it for a specific thing, which makes me think I should really just practice heel flips over like a line on the ground, just to get the timing part down. Because if I can do it on command at a specific time, then that's a step. But I've done this before, so there's no reason I can't do it again. My brain hurts, I drank a lot of wine, so that's why I'm talking. Yeah, this is basically goes like this every time I've tried this. It's like it takes quite a few tries to get it, to commit, and then once I commit, it's like a real try. So I gave up on that because it was feeling too hard. And then I was saying, okay, I'll go up the sort of slope of my driveway that leads up to the garage and then do a heel flip and then roll back faking. Or like pivot around. So I haven't really done much of that. I've done like one or two without thinking about it, but it's like it's another setting in which you do a trick, right? Up or back to faking. One thing I want to do is like shove it on a chord pipe. Like in transition, basically shove it to faking, and eventually shove it to rock to faking, or shove it rock and roll would be like shove it front rock would be the dream trick. But when that feels hard to me because you have to wind up for the rock, but then do a shove at the opposite direction. So it's tricky. Maybe you do the rock and then you like adjust the rock back to be easier to go out and then you do the roll, I don't know. So after doing the heel flips up the slope, it made me think, oh, maybe I can do it into the garage instead, even though I've never done that before. But it felt more doable than out of the garage on this day for some reason. So I did not commit to that. It was a bit too hectic. I think the technique I need to do is basically the same as front shoves, where it's just a good amount of speed and then you really put your weight forwards over your front foot, so you actually commit to getting in, and like over the obstacle, rather than hanging back and just yeeting the board away in front of you and not doing the board. A couple more heel flips for good luck for the road, you know. It felt good doing them in the driveway like this because there's like levels to stuff, right? So moving heel flips in the garage on the smooth garage ground, not completely flat, is a lot easier than doing them downhill on asphalt. so I felt good that it did just transfer. Like, reinvigorated my motivation. That's not the words I wanted to say, but I forgot the words I wanted to say. So it's all one take then. Yeah. Oh yeah, some more kickflip practice. I'm doing this thing where I like wind back my shoulder. I think I see some people do that. I'm glad it. But like I tried to stay over the board a little more today, rather than just fully focusing on flicking and eating it. Like I focused more on staying above the board. Here when I like accidentally kind of do an ollie north, I'm like, okay, now let's try some ollie norths. Kind of get distracted very quickly. I think that one would have been the best one I did so far, but it might accidentally stop the board's rotation with my back foot and I bumped into it. This one made me want to do ollie norths. It's like all enough. It's like the heel flip thing where you flick and then keep your foot in the air, but you're kicking down basically, and then your foot goes up after kicking down. So theoretically, it's the same kind of thing as doing a heel flip where you flick and then your foot goes up. But I don't know. It doesn't. I think because the motion I'm not used to flicking the board forwards. You know, I'm used to sliding my foot along the board downwards. Different motion. Yeah, that's it.